Okay, it's 3 o'clock. State Government Committee will come to order, and we'll start this meeting. Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Sells.
Here.
Representative Bedsole.
Here.
Dr. Boyd. Representative Butler. Representative Chestnut. Representative Keel. Representative Kirkland. Representative Lands. Representative Lawrence. Representative Paramore.
Here.
Representative Shaw.
Here.
Representative Stahagen. Representative Wood. Representative Yarborough. We have a quorum.
Okay. Thank you. We have a quorum. We will conduct business. I'm going to take care of the first bill, HB 86, for Senator SB, I'm sorry, for Senator Carnley. This is the same bill that we had and actually passed out of the House. It's where the Department of Revenue, fuel contractors and sellers have to have a bond, and every 5 years they look at the bond and see if it's sufficient. And if it's not sufficient, they require the bond to be a higher amount, and they have 30 days to get a new bond. Well, this extends that period of time from 30 days to 60 days. So if there's any questions.
Motion. Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, my bill passes. Okay, second up is SB 196, Representative Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We've passed a few bills like this that have never made it all the way through. This is very isolated to playgrounds. Any Gen X and older knows that playgrounds we used to have are 3,000-degree slides and pea gravel and iron bars and everything. They're a lot more high tech now. They're a lot more complicated. So, but because they go over $100,000, you have to bid for the equipment and the installation separately, which causes all sorts of problems because if somebody different installs it, that causes problems with insurance and warranties and the overall cost. So this would allow just playground equipment. You can, as one bid, you can do the installation and the equipment as well. Takes it out of the normal public works law. We've talked about doing it for other things, but this is very isolated just for playgrounds.
Mr. Chairman, have we had this bill before us?
We've had similar bills, but this is a little narrower in scope, has less interested parties.
Just for playgrounds. Okay. Appropriate time, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any comments, any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, sir, bill passes.
Thank
you. Senator Givhan. Okay, SB 228.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I mentioned earlier I was going to be camping out with y'all a lot this year. We have the Alabama Space Authority now that I have the privilege of chairing. To me, that was, and other members of the committee, that was just kind of a little too confining to really Madison and Morgan County. We thought it would be better to be the Aerospace Authority. We also did some things like adding the finance director to the board and the workforce secretary to the board or their representatives. And so this is sort of an update. Plus, we don't even have bylaws, and this gives the authority. We're kind of a creature under ADECA. Gives us the authority to, through ADECA, to come up with bylaws. And so anyway, I think Representative Lomax is going to handle this on the floor should it go through the committee.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. All in favor? Any questions? Any comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Sir, thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
See you next week. Oh, no, you have another one.
I'm
Yes,
camping
sir.
out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good. So, yes, SB 231.
So, SB 231 is something that came out of the Legislative Council, really. We've got to still have our security have their authority over this building, but we need to go ahead and have it where they have the authority for the new complex. And so, but we also, and as well as the parking deck that we're going to have. So this adds that in. And also, apparently some things came up at, I started to say ULC because I was at ULC while y'all were, or many of you were at SLC. So if we had an event, a legislative event outside the state compound, it would still give the security forces, or not forces, that's a little strong there, security team rights there. And now what has since come up, and this was not in my original bill, but Leah brought it to the attention that the world is changing. The things that can be done with drones from a safety standpoint. So we do have an amendment. I'm not sure who's got it, but there is an amendment that would allow Aaliyah to police the area around, not just here, but the governor's mansion, the historic Capitol building, as well as the new State House to protect against drones.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to offer the amendment, and since it's 7 pages long.
Okay, Representative Paramore, that's good. Thank you.
I make a motion for the amendment, please.
Let's let Anthony explain it first real quick.
Okay.
Well, as Senator Givhan said, in the last few weeks even, we've had some drone activity around our construction site, which, while it's cool when you see the footage, is a little bit concerning how people can use a drone and get into some of those spaces. And so we worked with Aaliyah, and the amendment that you have kind of lays out a framework, one, to create a series of penalties that vary based on what's happening. Obviously, a very heightened penalty if you're using the drone to engage in criminal activity. A little bit less so if you're using the drone just to engage in a harassing manner to kind of upset the operations of state government, and then an even lesser if you're using it unauthorized. And then also gives the Secretary of Aaliyah the authority to promulgate rules and allow for a permitting process for appropriate drone use around the Capitol complex, but give them a little bit of jurisdiction over inappropriate or unlicensed drone use on the Capitol complex. And it gives them a little bit of leeway as well to do that at some of these events off-site. If we were, again, if the legislature was doing something off-site, or the Supreme Court often holds oral arguments at the law schools around the states, give them that same kind of jurisdiction. And Aaliyah worked with it in a way to make sure we weren't stepping on preemptive issues with the FAA and their jurisdiction over this space, but would give them the ability to hopefully cut out some of that inappropriate drone use that we're seeing starting to happen in these kind of facilities.
Okay, thank you for that explanation. Okay, do we have any questions or any comments about the amendment? Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? All in favor say aye. Okay, we on the bill as amended. Do you have any questions or comments or motions on SB 231?
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Okay, yes. All in favor, all opposed say same sign. Okay, bill passes as amended, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
HB 73 will be carried over. HB 407, Representative DuBose.
Thank you, Chairman Sells, and thank you, committee. I'm here to present HB 407, which designates Miss Alabama as an official state ambassador. And we have Emma Terry here, who is our current Miss Alabama, and a fabulous representative for our state. She also happens to be from Leeds, which is in my district. Your bill that you see, first of all, has the word "the ambassador," but I believe Chairman Sells is going to change the wording to "an official state ambassador" with an amendment.
Correct.
I'll just tell you a little bit about the Miss America organization, and this is the Miss Alabama organization, which is part of the Miss America program. And it provides scholarships, funds for higher education to young women in the state of Alabama. And these ladies truly represent the best of the best in our state. I've worked with them for many years. I've been a part of this as a volunteer, and so I know the quality of these individuals, and I know how competitive it is to get this honor. They are talented, they are intelligent, they're poised, they're articulate, and they have a heart for service. Each one of them has to have a platform for a philanthropy or a service project. And during their year as Miss Alabama, it's a full-time role. They cannot go to school or work. So we thought this would be a perfect time, mutually beneficial for our state to partner with Miss Alabama to act as a hostess by invitation to represent the state at events or ceremonies. So this was actually, I cannot even take credit for this. This was Emma's idea. She came to me and I said, I love it. Let's do it. Let's use our Miss Alabama and get her out there to promote our state. We cannot deny the state of the Miss Alabama organization in this state. We've had 4 Miss Americas, y'all, including last year's Abby Stockhart, who also happened to be representing Hoover. I just, I don't know what it is about my district, but we keep having these fabulous girls. And y'all, Miss Alabama consistently in the top 5 or the top 12 of Miss America. They are truly the best of the best. our Emma was 4th alternate for Miss America. I was there to watch it. And then 2nd runner-up for Quality of Life, which is a public service award. So if y'all have any questions, Emma's here. She's the expert. She's happy to answer. I know she's visited with a lot of y'all today. And we can proceed however you wish, Chairman Sells.
Okay, I'd like to offer this amendment. What this amendment does, it changes the word from the official ambassador to an official ambassador. If there's any questions, if not, look for a motion. Okay, all in favor say aye. Okay, we're on the bill as amended. Any questions on the bill? Okay. Okay, have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Okay, any opposed? Okay, thank you. Bill passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As amended, and I think Miss Alabama may be available for some photos after the meeting if anybody would like to. Okay, next, HB 435, Representative Myrex. Welcome to state government.
Thank you. So this bill was authorized by the Alabama Department of Revenue to issue certificates of title to current owners of manufactured homes designated as model year 1999 earlier upon the owner's application. And so if you know anything about, mobile homes, they need titles in order to get proper financing and things like that. So the idea of the bill comes from the manufactured housing industry. The language of the bill was drafted by the Department of Revenue with manufactured housing industry input. There is no known opposition to the bill, and the relevant players were involved in creating the bill. The problem that we're solving is the current law prohibits the Department of Revenue from issuing a title on manufactured home if that home was built prior to 2000. Even if the current homeowner has a valid title on the home, they cannot transfer that title to the buyer or dealership. This can negatively affect the home's resale trade-in value and limit the buyer's options for obtaining financing. Without a title, local banks sometimes won't finance or a deal, or if they do, they treat the home like a car, which is true because as a realtor, I know that to be for a fact. So the solution is HB 435 simply removes the prohibition on issuing a title and allows the Department of Revenue to implement a process where manufactured homes title can be transferred.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, ma'am, thank you. Your bill passes.
Hey, thank y'all so much.
Okay.
Can y'all please make every one of them that easy for me?
Yeah. Okay, that concludes our business. We are adjourned. Thank you.